For 4 episodes, we explored the future, the rise of civilizations, the acceleration of technology, artificial intelligence, the transformation of work, the reshaping of society, and even the possibility of humanity becoming an interplanetary civilization. But before we end this journey, perhaps we should look backward, far backward. Because long before machines, algorithms, or digital civilizations, there were simply humans, fragile, fearful, hopeful, trying to survive another day. For most of human history, life was uncertainty. No modern medicine, no electricity, no stable food supply, no safety nets, no guarantees. A failed harvest, a failed hunt, a disease, an injury. Any one of them could change everything. And yet, generation after generation, people found a way forward. Some of your ancestors lived during the Ice Age, a world colder than ours, a world where survival was never guaranteed. Winters were harsh, food was uncertain, shelter was fragile, and every day demanded courage. Some lived during the Stone Age, long before cities, long before written language, long before history was recorded. They hunted for food, gathered what nature provided, and followed migrating animals across vast landscapes. They faced hunger, disease, injury, and extreme weather. And while they hunted to survive, there were times when they were also the hunted. Predators roamed the same forests, the same rivers, and the same open plains. A single mistake could mean death. Human civilization was not built by a handful of famous names. It was built by countless ordinary people. Someone planted crops so future generations could eat. Someone protected children during war and migration. Someone preserved knowledge through uncertain times. Someone rebuilt life after losing everything. Most of their names are forgotten, yet their contributions remain all around us. Every road, every city, every discovery, every institution was built upon foundations laid by those who came before. Human history is also the history of struggle, plagues, famines, conflicts, natural disasters. Entire civilizations rose and fell, yet humanity continued. Some of your ancestors survived outbreaks that changed the course of history. Some endured hardships we can scarcely imagine. And perhaps inside every human alive today exists the continuation of that resilience. Perhaps somewhere across those 800 lifetimes, one of your ancestors looked at the night sky without ever imagining that one day their descendants might build intelligent machines. They could never have imagined communicating instantly across the planet or dreaming of living on other worlds. And yet, their story eventually became you. You know your parents, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. But have you ever wondered about the strangers you met this morning? The people you worked with this year? The millions of people you have crossed paths with throughout your life? They may appear completely separate from your story. Yet if we travel back far enough, many of our family trees begin to merge. Different nations, different languages, different beliefs. Yet beneath all those differences, we are branches of the same ancient tree, members of the same extended human family. Your existence today is proof that countless humans before you survived, not only by passing on their genes, but by passing on something less visible: courage, determination, curiosity, hope. Every generation carried something forward, and eventually, that inheritance reached you. Every generation receives a world it did not create. and every generation leaves a world it will never see. One day, someone may look back at us the way we look back at our ancestors. They may never know our names, but they may inherit the consequences of the choices we make today. In that sense, we are all ancestors of the future. Perhaps that is the deepest realization of the 801st lifetime. That despite all our technology, all our achievements, and all our differences, we are still part of one long human story. A story carried across ice ages, stone ages, famine, migration, epidemics, civilizations, industrial revolutions, machines, artificial intelligence, and now the uncertain future ahead. The future is arriving faster than any generation before us experienced. Civilization is changing. Work is changing. Society is changing. Human identity itself may change. But perhaps before humanity reaches the stars, before machines become more intelligent, and before civilization transforms completely, we should remember something simple. The next time you meet a stranger, you may see them differently. Not as someone separate from your story, but as someone whose story has been intertwined with yours for far longer than either of you can imagine. Because humanity's greatest truth may be this: we have never been as separate as we believed. And now, with a heavy heart, perhaps it is time to close this journey here. A journey across 800 lifetimes, across survival and civilization, across fear and discovery, across humanity's past and humanity's possible future. The life we experience today is precious, not only because it is brief, but because it is the result of countless lives that came before it. People whose names have been forgotten, people who endured hunger, cold, disease, loss, and uncertainty, people who protected life when survival itself was never guaranteed. Generation after generation, they carried humanity forward until eventually that story reached us. Perhaps that realization alone makes this lifetime a little more meaningful. Thank you for being part of this journey. And with hope, perhaps we will meet again soon in another story, another question, another journey into the unknown.